8:08 on this Wednesday morning, November 20th, 2019. It is time now for the Peter Channel Morning News on this Wednesday morning, November 20th, 2019. Good morning, y'all. This lovely weather morning, November 20th, 2019. It is 8:09 and it's 42 degrees in North Massachusetts. Top stories on the Peter Channel Morning News is how Republicans started through the windows turned on them. Kurt Volker shuts down GOP conspiracies on Joe Biden and Ukraine. Alibaba prices shares of around 176 Hong Kong dollars for world's biggest listed so far this year. Israel says it bombed Iranian Syrian targets inside Syria. Navy seeks to eject sailor attributed by Trump 3 hours from elite SEAL, official said. But again, surges in a 10-point lead in New Hampshire poll. New York college student 20 falls in death while hiking. At least 14 police officers suffer smoke inhalation, 8 residents injured in a New York apartment fire. With Israel's next government unclear, Netanyahu and Boston joined the valley after U.S. policy change. 2 American service members killed in Afghanistan helicopter crash. Saddam, one of Germany's most respected former presidents, stabbed to death during a lecture. 5 killed as political violence keeps group in Bolivia. As oil prices drop and money dries up, as the U.S. shale boom go to bust. Toyota RAV4 Prime is the most powerful and most efficient ever. Target stock soars toward record high after profit and revenue beats raise guidance. Target shares surge after companies crashes earnings and raises forecast. Look at that stock today. Ow. Down 102.20 at 27.9, 34.02. SP 5 down 1.85 at 31.20.18. And Nasdaq up 20.72 at 85, 70.66. Starlink satellites pose an issue for astronomers. Crews are dealing with dozens of new wildfires in Australia. Wednesday and 2 states have issued alerts warning of potential catastrophic consequences. Limited deciding Israel's next step after Netanyahu gets beat fails. Israel attacks Iranian military targets in Syria. 2 U.S. service members killed in Afghanistan. Chopper crash. Iranian security forces have killed more than 100 protesters amid a government crackdown and demonstration erupted nationwide last week over a hike in fuel prices, according to human rights organizations. Democratic lawmakers are urging action to shore up defenses against election interference. Several cities elected and any House passed legislation will end on the president's test of 2020 vote. After meeting toughest standards, 10 Democrats set for 5th debate in Atlanta. House Senate stop got bills to avert government shutdown. 2 U.S. service members killed in Afghan chopper crash. The American Medical Association has called a total ban on all e-cigarette and vaping products that have not been approved as cessation tools by the Food and Drug Administration. Evansville, Indiana, more than a month after Florida, agricultural perspective found a highly virtual virus that imported tomatoes from Mexico. The USDA said it will enable strict import restrictions on tomatoes and peppers. In Attleboro, 3 families were left out in a cold Tuesday night upon a smoke fire in a 3-story wood frame building near the center of town. And fire was reported shortly after 9 p.m. at 106 Park Street, displaced by 375 Chief Ed Grieve said. Seagock Town meeting back renovations for senior center turf field planning. Non-old public forest fund, passed by Atlanta Field Complex. One of the highest paid trooper in the Massachusetts State Police, Eric Chin, his wife spent close to $3 million on best properties in Brockton. Peter Chill News Time is 8:14. Time now for a sports report. Boston Bruins over the New Jersey Devils 5-1 last night. Tonight, Boston Celtics take on Los Angeles Clippers game time 10 o'clock. And tonight, it's the Wheat Lions men's basketball team taking on Nick Ruby and the famous 8 Rams game time 7 o'clock. Sad side, Carmelo Anthony trade will be encouraged by season debut. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell says this is the Miles Garrett kid and his definite suspension. Sunday day, players react to the fire of Mauricio Pochettino. Peter Chill News Time, 8:14. Time now for Peter Channel traffic and transit check. Beep! On the MBTA Fitchburg train 406. 6 word from Rogers and Auburn. 5 minutes between Littleton Route 485 and off station due to freight train traffic. Fitchburg train 408. 7:10 from Rogers and Auburn. 10 minutes between there and off station due to freight train traffic. Worcester train 508. 6 minutes from Worcester and Auburn. 10 minutes between Fairmont substation due to train traffic. And Fairmont train 588. 7:48 from Auburn. 5 minutes between Framingham substation due to signal issue. And Thursday out looking good. Okay. Providence of vicinity. 95 southbound side, so between Detective Providence. 95 northbound side, so between East Gresham and downtown Providence. 185 westbound, so between Seacock and downtown Providence. 285 both ends about Route 37 west of Johnson. 146 on both ends about around the North Smithfield area around Stelzer Road. And one way southbound side, so 114 in Cumberland. 285 on northbound side, also on Route 85 out of the Yannabur stretch. Newport Bridge to the westbound side a little bit slow. Jamestown and Sackhammer Bridge is on Lincoln Mountain. Old Bridge to the southbound side a little bit slow. Trayvon, northbound side, also at 185 in Fall River. Out of the Cape, Route 6 on the eastbound side, also up to 134 in South Dennis. And Port of Sackhammer Bridge is on looking good. And Route 6 on the westbound side, also before 132 in South Dennis. 95 northbound side, so between Foxborough and 128 in Gatton. 485 on the northbound side, so at 140 Franklin out of Route 9 in Westburg. 21 northbound side, so between Berkeley and 128 in Gatton. 140 on the northbound side, so at 24 Route 3 on the northbound side, so between 220 Rockland and Breakthrough Split. 485 on the northbound side, so between Franklin and Westburg. Mass Pike eastbound slow between Grafton all the way down to the 7th Expressway. Mass Pike westbound slow between the Logan but down to the Newton Quarter. And 7th Expressway and southbound side, so on the Breakthrough Split northbound side, so between Breakthrough and Boston. 93 both ends out to Boston and backed up 128 both ends but 28 right off to the Breakthrough Split. 128 north stop and go between Breakthrough and the Route 20 Waltham. And 128 northbound side, so the Peabody stretch. And 120 is southbound side, so between Linfield and Lexington. 93 southbound side, so between Bethune and the Zake Bridge outside Boston. And Route 3 is southbound side, so between Route 4 and Chelsea and Route 128 in Burlington. 485 on the northbound side, so between Lawson and Route 93 in Hanover. And 485 on the northbound side, so between Route 3 and Lowell and Tewksbury. 485 on the southbound side, so between Westford and Littleton. 485 is stop and go between Bolton and 485 and Marlborough. 290 eastbound side, 485 and Marlborough. 290 eastbound side, so between the Pike and the Route 9 in Worcester. And Route 146 on the northbound side, slow on 290 Worcester. Peter Chill News Time is 8:17. Time now for weather report. Chance of rain for today, May after 11 a.m. Otherwise, clouds got about 40 degrees, north about 6 to 8 mile an hour. Chance of 40% new clouds outside 7 minutes possible for tonight. Chance of rain is still made for 9 p.m. and the French fog before 11 p.m. Otherwise, clouds get to early degrees to clear with a below at 30 degrees. Northwest about 5 to 9 miles. Chance of 40%. Little dose expected for Thursday. Sun's got 49, low about 35 degrees. Northwest about 6 miles an hour. Coming in the afternoon for Friday. Mostly clouds about 57, low about 28 degrees. Southwest about 5 to 9 miles an hour. West in the afternoon. West has 31 miles an hour for Saturday. Sun's got 45 degrees. West about 5 to 7 miles an hour for Saturday night. Chance still be after 10 p.m. Most freeze rate after 3 a.m. Mostly clouds about 30 degrees. Coverage chance reaching 50% for Sunday. Chance snow before 9 a.m. Then a chance rating between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. Putney side got 47 degrees. Coverage given to northwest by 5 to 7 miles in the morning. West chance reaching 50% for Sunday night. Partly clouds got about 29 degrees. The northwest about 5 miles an hour for Monday. Central clouds 46 about 29 degrees. West about 3 to 6 miles an hour for Tuesday. South clouds 49 degrees. Coverage given to west about 5 miles in the afternoon. And right now, northern is light rain and 42 degrees. That's coming in for the Peter Channel. Morning news on this weather morning, November 20th, 2019. I'm Peter Worth. Good morning and goodbye. Hope you have a wonderful day.